Welcome to Rivers Quonk Prospecting. I'm Kevin. Today we're going to review a bag of Paydirt. I got this bag of Paydirt off of eBay. I already opened it. It's actually triple bag. We have an outside shipping bag, a bag on the inside, which he actually put a note and says Happy Holidays, many blessings, and it has his website, which is bigtexasprospecting.com. And it's his stocking stuffer bag. It's just a little under a pound, he says. It's from the Sierra, New Mexico dry riverbed. He said there should be natural gold, but he also added 0.25 grams to this. And for the money, which I believe this bag was about $19.99, and with about $6 shipping, so that's right around $27 to get to my door, which I think makes a really good bag. The soil looks a little red, so that area. I know I never did New Mexico dirt, but definitely Arizona. So it kind of looks like that. Doesn't look like there's a large material in there, so that's good. You know, you're not paying for the heavier material. He also threw in a sticker and a little valve, or actually it's a big valve. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this up, we're going to cut it open, we'll look at the dirt, and we'll classify it down. All right, here's our bag. Let's open it up and see what we got. Might be just easier to use the scissors on it. Alright. Here's our gravels. Make sure you got everything out of there. Alright. Let's zoom you in here and see what we got. So there's a couple larger pieces. Actually, it looks pretty good at the breakdown, but it's that like reddish soil that I usually see from Arizona. Let's bring the scale on over and let's see what we got. Let's see if we are, how close we are to that 1 pound. I know he said that it was under a pound. Let's see how much. All right. We're actually a lot lower than a pound. Under a half. So under a half a pound. So he said just under a pound, but seems to be a little less than that. I'm sure with the wrapper it might have been above a half, but all right, while we're here, let's classify this down and see what we have per classifications. Get this out of here. All right, so what I usually do, my classifications, I'll do a plus 4, which is a 1/4 of an inch. I do a 12 because I'll run all this stuff through a finishing sleuth just to make sure if I miss anything. So I want to do a -12 on that, and then I'll do a 40 and then a 60. I like to take it down to small like that, to about a 60 or 100, but I've been doing 60 just to try to separate that real fine stuff out, so it makes it a little bit easier to pull all that fine stuff out of there whenever you get that, when you get the gravels and the gold the same size. You get that stuff below 100. It really likes to move around with the water, and then you're trying to put it up with stuff that are, you know, below 40, you know, and above 60 and a little bit below 60. So, and you know, I like to classify it down to give us a little bit of a range because, you know, we're doing this to have fun. You don't want to speed through it, at least I don't. So I like to try to break it down to get a couple classifications to work. If you just take it down to kitchen strainer and then you're just doing 2 pans and then, you know, you're done. So since we're not doing like 20 pounds of dirt or 10 pounds or 5 pounds, you know, we're only doing, in this case, just a little bit under a half. And then when you get into the pound and 2 pounds, you know, it gives you more to work with. Lets you sit down and enjoy the dirt a little bit more. So let's get this out of here. Let's get our classifications here for our classifiers. So there you are. It looks pretty even there with everything that's came out of that. So yeah, everything looks pretty even. You know, we got our larger stuff. We'll hit that. We'll get it wet just to see, because I want to see what kind of gravels those are. See what we're working with. You know, they're real dusty now. I mean, obviously you'd always want a nugget, but it's not going to be a nugget there. You know, and then we have our plus 12, which looks good there. All right, let's get this to the station and let's start panning it down. All right, we got the water ready. Let's cut the surface tension with some jet dry. All right. Let's get our first bit of gold in here, or a bit of dirt. Alright, so we're going to take the plus 12, and my plus 12 chip. Alright, and let's see what we got. Alright, so we'll dump off the dirty water so it doesn't get into our clean water. Let's peel her back. Get a little bit out of there. I'm not seeing anything on that one. Should be right there if it is. Alright. Nothing in the plus 12. Alright, let me get this plus 12 cleaned out of my catch bin, and then we'll move on to the stuff that I can run through my sluice. Okay. We've got our plus 30. Get our plus 30 coin out there. Set it off to the side. Let's wet it down. like I was saying in the intro, that this dirt looks a lot like the Arizona stuff. It's real red. It has that reddish dust to it that I'm getting off of it. So yeah, it's acting a lot like it too. Already starting to see a little bit of gold there. Yeah, it's a little flaky. Wants to move on me a little bit. Let's get it out of there. Get it cleaned up. Some chunks hanging out over there on the right. Come on out of there. A little bit more there, and then we'll get it. There we go. All right. So yeah, not bad for that little bit, for the plus 30. So yeah, we'll get that sucked out of here, and then we'll do the next one. Make sure I get all the, yeah, it looks like it's all cleaned up. If I could do it right. All right, let's move on to the next one. All right, we got that plus 30 cleaned up out of the pan, and let me get my plus 60 coin out of there. It's actually a little, got a little bit of dirt on my hands are wet. I just want to make sure I get everything off my fingers. All right, so let's get it wet. Here we go. A little bit too much water in there. There we go. It's up there in the corner there. Couple pieces trying to float down on me. But we'll get them back. Just get that cleaned off there. Get it flattened out a little bit. All right. We'll use our little tool here. Helps cleaning out that smaller stuff. Just trying to peel off a little bit more here. All right. All right, there we go. Not too bad. I don't want to get too close there. I want to make sure it's still in focus. All right, I will suck this out. Let's get it now. And we will move on to the next classification. All right, now for our hardest classification, a -60. So this is everything that's below 60 mesh. So that's going to be some fine stuff. So I'm sure it's going to make our water dirty. Let's peel it back. See if we got anything. Yeah, this is a little bit harder because it's so fine. Not seeing a lot yet, but I know we still have so far only in that left corner there. I don't even know if it's showing up on the camera. Alright, sometimes it's not even worth it, but Let me see if I can't get this on the camera. It's like I can't even run this camera. Alright, if I don't move, you could just see it. Right there. So a couple of specks. Like I said, sometimes not even worth maybe going after that thin stuff. But just don't know, or that thin, I meant small stuff. But we'll suck it up because we got it. Makes us feel good that we actually pulled it out from this. Definitely helps with your skills, you know, to work on this fine stuff. So it definitely helps you out. All right, I am going to clean out my catch pan, run this through the finishing sleuth to see if I missed anything. I will dry out the gold and we will weigh it up and see what we got. Alrighty, we have the gold. That's how much we pulled out of there. Not sure exactly how much is going to be there. It looks like there's going to be 1/4 gram. Alright, so we got the scale all zeroed out. We'll check it with the 20 grams. Alright. Let's dump our gold in. See if we can't do this without spilling it. Make sure we get it all. Alright, 0.319. So we definitely got over the 1/4 gram. I'm looking right now to see what that would be at today's market value. So we're talking about 0.319. If I can type it in correctly. So we have about $18.42 in gold on a $27 bag. So I mean, the ROI, I'll put it up. But it's not too bad. It's not too bad on a bag of dirt these days. Like I said, this guy was off of eBay. This is his stocking stuffer. 1/4 gram of gold guaranteed. So we definitely got over that. So I believe this is a good bag. The weight on the bag was a little light for what he says, just under a pound, and it was definitely under ½ pound after you got it out of the wrapping and everything. But really the dirt doesn't matter as long as the gold's there. So there was enough material there to go through. But yeah, so yeah, hopefully if it's something you want to look into, go ahead and give them a look on eBay and maybe even buy something. So all right guys, until the next one.